believe in ghosts? Do you believe in phantoms, ghouls, ghosts, anything of the paranormal activity variety? Do you believe? I told you we're gonna keep it real spooky for you. I told you we're gonna be keeping it real spooky. So you know my motto, we're gonna treat this like a swimming pool. We're gonna wait for it to fill up before we really start swimming. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get on Chat GPT. Make sure we got a suitable website so we can look up some suitable stories. What's up, Comedy Calculations? What's happening? What's up, bro? We got a poll up right now. Do you believe in ghosts? What's up, what's up, what's up? If you're tapped in, thank you. Thank you for joining today's live stream. Last night, was technically day 50, but I did the live stream a little late. I was a little late. What's up, Carly? Carly Chill Vibes. What's up, Carly? What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining the live stream. Now we can actually sit down, you know what I'm saying? We can actually cool out and chill out a little bit. I personally do not believe in ghosts. Okay, and you're not the first person I've heard say this, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of split down the middle if you ran a survey and asked people if they believe in ghosts or not. But let me ask you, have you ever been to a place that was deemed haunted? Have you ever been to a location, an abandoned house, asylum, factory, store? Have you ever been to one that was deemed haunted? Legend has it that restless spirits still haunt that location. Actually, no. You see, that's the difference right there. I just want to make that observation. There's a small discrepancy. There's people that don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but they wouldn't dare travel to anywhere or visit anywhere that's quote unquote haunted. You know what I mean? It's kind of like an extra layer of protection. They're like, I don't believe in ghosts, but just in case they do exist, I'm not going to the haunted house. Never been to one, but definitely believe in spirits. Yeah, if you want to take any advice at all on it, if you want to take my advice, don't go to haunted places. If you believe in ghosts or not, actually, if you do believe in ghosts, that's even more reason to not go, I'd say. Unless you're like the Lorraine and Ed Warren types. If you're a ghost hunter, if you and your spouse are ghost hunters, do what you gotta do. Yeah, we're talking about ghost hunting at this point. Big shout out to Lorraine and Ed Warren. Actually, I'm from Connecticut. Anybody tuning in, thank you for everybody that just tapped in. We're going to be sharing spooky stories tonight. It is Monster Monday. It's Monster Mash Monday, man. Let's turn up. I'd like to introduce myself. I am a Sean Voyage. I'm an American songwriter and entertainer. My mission in life is to help alleviate some of the pain, suffering, and boredom in the world through art and entertainment. So welcome to the live stream. Please make yourself comfortable in the chat. Get active in the chat. Right now I'm asking, do you believe in ghosts? Check out the poll. Check out the poll. And you can kind of hear that cryptic music in the background too. We're gonna be running some more ghost stories today. I got my Chat GPT up. We're gonna throw some words in there. I just noticed that there's some words that are probably not gonna work in Chat GPT. I think murder is one of them. I don't think they're gonna let us say that. I'd rather just not know the answer. So that I almost did that as an option on the poll too, Carly. So I asked Carly Chill Vibes, does she believe in ghosts? And she said she would almost rather not know the answer. Any others like that out there? The less you know, the better. That's actually one of my favorite songs by Tame Impala. The less I know, the better. I've seen a CD fly through the room inside of a house as a kid when no one was there. No one was near it at all. That definitely made me believe there are some things around us. Oh, it's Comedy said that. Sorry, it was all those C's. All the C's blended in. Yo, what's up, Suit? What's up, Suit? Everyone, do not forget to double tap the screen to like the live stream. We're going to begin with our first spooky story of the evening in just a few minutes, or less, honestly. So, like, I figured out a little bit about the chat GPT. I think we can't say words like murder and all that. We got the gang here. The gang's all here. Remember that episode of SpongeBob when he drew those faces on his finger? The gang's all here. We're all here. What's up, what's up, what's up? I see we got 8 viewers, 5 likes on the live stream. Let's turn up a little bit. Double tap that screen to like the live stream. We're about to start our first spooky story in a few. What's up, Michi? Of course I remember who you are, Michi. You are the person that is coloring in and bringing the heart-shaped balloon drawings to life. Come on now. Yeah, but Carly, that's no joke when you see something like that with a CD fly across the room and there was no one near it at all. It makes you wonder, and it gives you the willies. Yeah, I've seen every SpongeBob episode. So I've seen every SpongeBob episode up until like the past few years, because I know they're still coming out with episodes, right? Once upon a time, I was all caught up with every SpongeBob episode, but I'm not anymore. So, everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Monster Mash Monday, and we will be generating our very own spooky stories. I've never seen SpongeBob. Whoa, man. I'm sorry. SpongeBob is that's a classic, bro. That's a classic cartoon. It's all right that you never seen SpongeBob, but I would definitely think about getting around to it. So, everybody, if we can get started. I'm gonna just check this out. Do you believe in ghosts? Most people do not believe in ghosts. That have voted on the poll so far. Most people that have voted on the poll do not believe in ghosts. But some believers are out there. 57% no, and 43% yes. That's interesting. What about Sue? When I was 9ish, I watched a girl dripping wet in my room and then vanish. Found out a little girl drowned in my own house. This is the type of stuff, and this is what the movies are made of. These are the stories that the movies are made of. Man, I'd get the freaking out, man. I saw some dripping wet girl in my room and then vanish. How do you even get sleep after something like that? That's why I don't want to see nothing, man. I don't even know. How do you get to sleep? You can be traumatized by things that are alive in this world. Don't get me started on something that used to be alive. Come on, man. Yeah, that sounds like The Ring a little bit, don't it? Sounds like he was auditioning for The Ring. George Logan made it clear that he opposed abortion rights. What's up, Comedy Calculations? He said, guess what? What? You have a new science experiment underway? I was home alone and I had to convince myself it was not real. That's your best bet at that point, right? Close your eyes, wish it away, act like it's not there. Chicken butt. Classic, classic, classic. Classics only, man. You gotta love it. You gotta chuckle. You gotta laugh. And they say you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Thank you for the comedy. Thank you for the well-calculated comedy at that. Everyone, we are going to start compiling words for a spooky story. If you guys want to start throwing some words in the chat, I'm going to throw them in the chat GPT. Let me just get started by typing services for people primarily with developmental disabilities in her create a spooky story with a title using the following words. We're going to create a spooky story with a title using the following words. So the first word I'm going to throw up there is Monday. Let's make it real. Dress it up and make it real for me. Our first word is Monday. We got basement. You can't scare nobody without a basement. You need a basement or an attic. Everybody knows that. I hate calculators. The only reason you should ever use a calculator is for trigonometry. I disagree. I have a Texas Instrument. I have a TI-84 Silver Edition, and I used it for many classes, and I never took trigonometry. I always needed it for some kind of math class, and all my teachers or professors always said, get a calculator. So if you don't need a calculator for any other math or science class besides trigonometry, you have a gift, my friend. So what do we have so far? I love my calculator too. I don't use it anymore since I'm not in college anymore, but I really do love my calculator. Other than that, like, for modern math problems that I bump into day to day, I just pull out my phone. I got the calculator app. I used to have a TI-15, but since I've gotten rid of it, nothing wrong with that. If you don't need it, you don't need it. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. If you're just tapping in, thank you for joining. Today is day 51. Today is the 51st day of me live streaming in a row. Don't get me wrong. Some days I've had short live streams, maybe about 15 minutes, half an hour, but we've done as long as 2 hours and more. I'm a songwriter and entertainer. My mission in life is to help alleviate some of the pain, suffering, and boredom in the world through art and entertainment. So welcome to the live stream. It is Monster Mash Monday, and we will be generating our very own spooky stories right here. I'm already grabbing words, so throw me some words. Oh, Carly just hit me with creaking floorboards. We can use those. We're going to need some creaking floorboards. I like that. I like that. Creaking floorboards. What up, JJ? JJ LFC, what up, player? We're making our own spooky story. I'm using ChatGPT, so if you could throw some spooky words at me, some spooky themes, your favorite horror character. That's the lights in the fog that the dead use to lead the living. Will-o'-the-wisps. Will-o'-the-wisps. Clicking. Okay, clicking is always scary. Sometimes you hear creatures do that. If you ever seen A Quiet Place, it's like a clicking, disembodied voice. There we go. JJ's not messing around. Nothing give you the chillies like a disembodied voice. Let's get that in there. Welcome everybody. If you're just tapping in, we are making our own spooky story. If you can give me some spooky words in the chat, I'm going to put them in ChatGPT, and we're going to boil it all down in the cauldron to a spooky story of our own. Big shout out to Flesh Suit Man for giving me this idea. It's a wonderful idea. Kiki and Lily show. Severed heads. We're going to put severed heads in there. Y'all gotta believe I still got cheesecake too. There's still some in the fridge. That's one thing I seem to never run out of is cheesecake. Big shout out to the Kiki and Lily show. Thank you for being here. So we got cheesecake. Pools of blood. Cheesecake, pools of blood. What else we got? What else we got? Welcome everybody. If you just joined the live stream, thank you for tapping in. We are creating a spooky story. We have a better idea of which words not to use when generating a spooky story. So we should have far less technical difficulties today than we did before. Big shout out to the Kiki and Lily show. You know what it is. The voyage, the voyage, the voyage. Thank you for embarking on this victorious voyage with me. Said MV. Like Mark Vinyls? Tax collector. The tax collectors give me the heebie-jeebies, man. I don't know about you. I like that one. We're putting tax collector in there. Tax collector. See, tax collectors don't need a mask to be scary, do they? Tax collector. See, I would put MV, but I don't think they're going to pick up on it. PP Nugget? I don't know, man. I don't know about PP Nugget. Okay, Dark Pit is reasonable. Oh, the lights flickering. Yes. Yes. Who else said? Was that you, Sue? Who said Pee Pee Nugget? That comedy calculator? Comedy. You know my boy. Come on now. You gotta get with the program. Do you like Alessandro? I'm a little uncomfortable and confused by your question. Thank you for getting that out of there, Carly. That wasn't the question we were looking for. Lights flickering, stormy night. I like that. If the weather is anything like it is today, tomorrow, I'm going to do a live stream outside tomorrow. Because it's actually pretty warm today. Shadow people. Shadow people. We can't do it without shadow people. Yeah, Alessandro, oh yeah. If you're still watching and you're on timeout, we're not going to have any language like that. We got juniors in here. We got some kids in here and stuff, so. Pickaxe. I like that. We're using pickaxe. Pickaxes can be scary. Pickaxes can be very scary. Said creaky steps. So Carly did say creaking floorboards. Creaking floorboards. If anything, Kiki, let's save creaky steps for the next story. Movement and peripheral vision. We'll give that a shot. Has anybody in here ever had a paranormal experience? Has anybody in here ever had one? I know Flesh Suit Man said that when he was about 9-ish, he did see a dripping wet girl in his room and then just vanish out of nowhere. And then he found out that the previous owners of the house, there was a girl that actually drowned. Carly disclosed that she witnessed a CD fly across the room before when she was younger. And the CD didn't appear to be near anyone at all. She don't know who threw the CD, why it flew. Wasn't windy. Wasn't like the Wizard of Oz was going on. No tornado. I've had people tell me stories who I trust. Personally, I've never had one. You see, that's happened to me too. Sometimes, like, a trustworthy person will look me straight in the face. Stone face. No smile. Pupil to pupil. And they will tell me about a paranormal experience that they've had. And when someone tells you a story like that and they genuinely seem bothered by the story they're telling you, it's hard to not believe. I'm at the drive-thru at Burger King. Can I please get a Whopper Jr. with some onion rings? Make it so I get a drink. Oh yes, I saw a full Amish ghost standing in front of me and a friend. We screamed, slammed the door. We got Bibles out and oiled the door frames. Oh goodness.
Some people just know they could save.
Yeah, that make you want to grab a cold bottle of holy water. Sheesh. And Amish goes too. Now that's scary. I've never been so scared. True story. They say the more connected you are to that type of thing or believe in it, the more you tune in with it. That's absolutely the truth. And that goes for a lot of things, you know. The more you believe in manifestation, the more you believe in ghosts, the more belief and faith you have in God, you know what I'm saying? The closer you will be to those things. 2 of my cousins have seen their great-grandpa in the house that he built, that they lived in still. Yep. Grandpa didn't go nowhere. Did he die in the house? And by the way, I think we have enough words, everybody. I'm about to generate this spooky story so we can kick off our first spooky story. The last thing I typed in was distant screams. I bet they were shaken up by it, man. Like a can of pop. Like a can of soda. All right, everybody, we are about to generate our first spooky story. I also used to lucid sleepwalk, so IDK if that was happening, but I remember it being a memory. Sleepwalking's a real thing. Sleepwalking's a real thing. Oh, whoa. Content removed. Oh, that's aggravating. That is aggravating. So I'm trying to think. So actually, I do have a spooky story I can share. I actually, so as many of you know, I live in Connecticut. Connecticut is a small state in between New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and whatnot. And funny thing about Connecticut is it's actually one of the most haunted states in the country of the United States of America. We're one of the original 13 colonies, one of the oldest states to exist, and there has been a lot of blood shed on this soil. So, in a small town called Cromwell, Connecticut, deep in the woods, there's an old subsidiary, an old settlement, just foundations left, that used to go by the name of Dudleytown. Now, Dudleytown was more popular, I'd say, in the, I want to say the 17 or 1800s. And the story is that most of the water supply in Dudleytown was tainted by mercury. So everyone who was drinking the well water, if they had any water integration systems, turning the rainwater into drinking water, it was actually tainted, contaminated, poisoned by mercury. Yup. Okay, Superman knows what I'm talking about. Have you been to Dudleytown? Uh, looking like big changes. So, what you can do at this point is you can look up the history on Dudleytown and read into it. It was pretty much a farm-like settlement. It was a settlement in the woods where people were just settled down to get away from maybe the bigger cities. And this is one of those villages that ended up going from maybe a population of over 100 to negative 100, if that makes sense. Because it's no longer populated by people, but it's populated by something. It's populated by ghosts, spirits, the restless. Okay, so Flush Soup Man, you've been to but not in. So me and some friends actually rode out to Cromwell, Connecticut one spooky night. It had to have been about 2, 3 a.m., 2 or 3 in the morning. And we not only pulled up to the woods where Dudleytown rests, we went inside of the woods where Dudleytown is. And as we're walking through these woods, you hear the crunch of leaves under your feet. We're shining the lights from our flashlights on our phones. And eventually, we stumble into a depth of the woods deep enough where we began to feel a chill in the air. Chilly enough to give you goosebumps. And at that moment, we looked at the ground and noticed old foundations to buildings that seemed to have been blown away, eroded, and dilapidated by decades, even centuries of time. At that point, our friend group began to be very argumentative among each other as far as directions, where we were going, how far we were going to walk, when we were going to go back, what's going on, why it was so cold. There was almost a negative energy in the air that impacted everyone. It influenced everyone in the friend group. We were all on each other's nerves. We were arguing. We were in a bad mood. And it's not until you realize that it's a summer night and it was warm before you walked into this part of the woods and you feel that chill. It's not until you hear the birds stop making noise in the treetops. It's not until you hear ominous sounds in the background of the woods. It's not until you hear, or what you think you hear, to be footsteps, more footsteps than you brought with you in your friend group. It's not until you hear those things until you spin around and start running back to the parking lot. Now, I will tell you, when we got to the parking lot, there was a car, not one of our cars, there was a car parked there, headlights on. I think it was somebody that lived nearby. They must have known that some crazy kids went ahead and checked out the legend of Dudleytown in the middle of the woods, once again at 3 a.m. Luckily, the car let us get in our cars and flee the scene without giving us any trouble. But when I returned home, I went to the bathroom and I received a text that said, "Message not delivered from unknown sender." Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh, maybe you had no service at Dudleytown, somebody tried to text you. Not too many people texted me at 3 a.m. back then. Still don't. Also, we got home by 4 a.m. All I'm saying here is, folks, there may be coincidences, and sometimes there may not be. What I do know for sure is that it almost seemed like that text came from another world. That's my Dudleytown experience. So wait a minute. What we're doing here is just, I'm taking out some words. I wonder if the word blood is a turn off for ChatGPT too. Make a spooky story with a title. Using these words. So we have distant scream. Pain gravy. Oh, and the Indian Wells lady in white and the green lady of the cemetery. Oh, Indian Wells in Shelton, Connecticut. We got Hookmans, the Melonheads, yup, and the Abandoned Highway, all in CT. See, the Abandoned Highway might not be haunted though, but I did hear about the Abandoned Highway. Kiki, I'm not kidding. It's scary stuff. I'm gonna take my car to the McDonald's. We're gonna eat till I can't eat no more. Get the burgers in the back. Trailer is attached. I don't have enough space. I'm expected that. I'm starting to be humongous. Big shout out to Comedy Calculations for the bars. Big shout out to Comedy for the bars. All right. So we have distant scream. Monday, stormy night. Distant scream, Monday, stormy night, basement. We're just trying some of these words one more time. The spooky story didn't go through like we wanted it to. You know what? Let's write Dudleytown for a location. So I'm glad we got to start this over because now we get to put a location in there. Dudleytown. Oh, it's on. Oh, so it is said to be haunted, and it's on the Haunted CT website. Fair enough. Hey, it's abandoned for a reason. Makes you wonder why. I heard they just stopped receiving funding on it and just stopped building it altogether. But That makes sense. Distant Scream, Monday, Stormy Night, Basement, Dudley Town. Let me look at some of the maybe paranormal, maybe not, maybe not, maybe is. Hold on, I'm just going back up to some of the words we were using. We're gonna put these back in. Creaking floorboards, that's what it was. Creaking floorboards. We got creaking floorboards. Lights flickering. Cheesecake. Severed heads. Disembodied voices. Rolling fog. I like that one. Rolling fog. All right, we're about to try that one. I only have one slight experience. When I was about 12 and I went to stay with my dad who was living in Yorkshire, I was the only one awake in the house and I could hear something in the bathroom. Just weird noises. I don't know what it was. It sounded like things moving. I was too scared to move. What's up, Off Leo? We are generating spooky stories. We're about to get our first one started in a moment. Yeah, I think the word, they're literally not feeling the word blood at all. Oh my gosh. Creaking floorboards, disembodied voices. So learn from me, if you're using Chat GPT, I feel like severed heads might be an issue. I hope not though. You think severed heads would be fine. Severed heads, disembodied voices, uh basement, Monday, Stormy Night, Dudley Town. This is reliable connectivity for less with T-Mobile for Business. Headless Horseman. Shout out to the Headless Horseman. We're throwing the Headless Horseman in there.
This is a U launch. AI just got personal. Introducing
Rolling fog.
AI PC. That's smart
Distant
AI
screams.
for you.
Big savings on top-rated pieces and soon during Raymore and Flanagan's anniversary sale. Enjoy discounts on 5-star sofas, recliners,
Ectoplasm.
Take advantage of financing and pay no
We're talking about
interest for 72
ectoplasm.
months. Raymore
Personally,
and
I've
Flanagan's
always wanted to
anniversary
have
sale soon.
an experience that I can see for myself and verify, but it just never happened. Be careful what you wish for, Playboy. From my experience, some things you just can't forget, man. Anybody in here listen to Tame Impala or Justice? Or both of them? No worries, Grey Ghost. We're actually getting started with our first spooky story of the evening. If you want to give us one word so we can throw this in the Chat GPT. We just had a couple complications. We got to be careful what words we use. If you had one word you'd like to throw in there. A ghost. Like I said before, I even went with a professional paranormal investigator team to try, but I never got anything. Oh yeah, you did say that before. Damn. Let's give this a shot, everybody. Thank you for bearing with me. Chat GPT is aggravating sometimes. Let me actually copy. Let me copy this so I don't have to type it all back out again if anything happens. It was severed heads. It was severed heads. They weren't feeling the severed heads thing. I said, yeah, Tame Impala. Tame Impala goes hard, bro. I'm gonna call it. You gotta check out their song Never Ender. Never Ender. Never Ender's a hot song. So everyone, our first spooky story of the evening. Now we know better. So stuff like blood, murder, severed heads, Chat GPT is not gonna deal with that. So we kind of got to leave some room for interpretation. This time around, we used creaking floorboards, disembodied voices, basement, Monday, stormy night, Dudleytown, headless horseman, rolling fog, distant screams, ectoplasm. Yeah, all the good words. They don't like us using all the good stuff. They like to leave a little room for imagination. So, everyone, let's prepare for our first story that we all came up with together with the help of ChatGPT. This one is called The Haunting of Dudleytown. The Haunting of Dudleytown. On a stormy Monday night, the village of Dudleytown was shrouded in a rolling fog, the kind that swallowed sound and sense. The oppressive atmosphere seemed to pulse with a life of its own, whispering secrets best left undisturbed. It was on this night that Evan, a curious young man drawn to the town's dark legends, decided to explore the old Brackenridge mansion, an infamous relic said to be haunted by the Headless Horseman. As he stepped inside, the door creaked ominously, and the musty air enveloped him like a cold embrace. Each step he took on the warped floorboards echoed through the empty halls, mixing with the distant sounds of thunder. Shadows danced along the walls, teasing the edge of his vision, as if the house itself were alive. As he descended into the basement, the light flickered, casting erratic shadows that made his heart race. The deeper he went, the heavier the air became, thick with a tension that clung to him like a shroud. Suddenly, disembodied voices filled the space, murmuring incoherent words that twisted through the darkness. He strained to listen, but the words were just out of reach, wrapping around his mind like tendrils of a frog. Then he noticed it, a shimmering mass in the corner of the room. Ectoplasm. It swirled and pulsed, a ghostly light illuminating a chilling scene. The walls were adorned with haunting images of the Headless Horseman riding through the fog, his sinister silhouette stark against the backdrop of moonlit trees. Just then, a chilling scream echoed from above, followed by the unmistakable sounds of hooves pounding on the earth. Evan's pulse quickened. He glanced back at the ectoplasm, which now began to take shape, forming the outlines of those who had vanished in Dudleytown. Figures frozen in terror, their mouths agape as if trying to scream. Heart pounding, he turned to flee, but the basement door slammed shut, trapping him in the darkness. The voices grew louder, a cacophony of sorrow and warning. Yo, ChatGPT loves that word, cacophony. Panic surged as he felt a cold breath on the back of his neck, and in that moment, the temperature plummeted. Out of the rolling fog that seeped into the room, the Headless Horseman emerged, his spectral figure gliding toward Evan. The ground shook with each thundering hoof, and the disembodied voices cried out in a frenzied warning. Evan knew he had to escape. He lunged for the door, pulling desperately at the knob, but it wouldn't budge. The horseman reached out, an icy hand brushing against Evan's arm, sending a jolt of terror through him. With a final surge of desperation, Evan shouted a defiant scream of his own. Ah! Oh. Channeling all his fear into a desperate push against the door. The wood splintered, and with a violent crash, it flung open, allowing him to tumble into the safety of the hallway. Breathless and shaking, he sprinted for the exit. Behind him, the cacophony of disembodied voices rose to a fever pitch, blending with the screams that echoed from frog-laden night. As he burst through the front door and into the storm, he glanced back to the headless horseman, who vanished into the fog, leaving only the distant sounds of wailing behind. Evan fled into the night, knowing that he had nearly escaped the Dudley Town's curse. But even as he ran, the haunting whispers followed, promising that the darkness would always linger, waiting for the next curious soul to venture into its depths. What's up, Debbie? Thank you for tapping in. Everyone, do not forget to double tap the screen to like the live stream. Give that a double tap, or look for the thumbs up icon to show the live stream some love. Like this live stream, turn up with us. My brother has a mild concussion. Ouch. I hope your brother feels better soon, man. That's no fun. Yeah, keep him out of the light. Tell him not to go to sleep too often. And put an ice pack on that. Yeah. Must be an athlete. Replace Horseman with Diddy and it's scarier. I bet, though. Dudley in the UK is in Birmingham. Birmingham is pretty scary. I've heard Birmingham pretty scary. ChatGPT dressing as a fairy for Halloween. Burn. Heard that, Carly. ChatGPT is rated PG. Viewer discretion advised. Y'all, we roasting ChatGPT right now. Viewer discretion advised. Please don't type in the words blood, sex, severed heads, or anything like that. Hey! What's happening, Puddle of Cheese? What's good with you? Oh, man. Very sorry to hear that, Debbie. My condolences go out to your friend, Debbie. I got a prayer in the air for you. You and your friend. Oh, man. Thank you for being here anyway, though. Thank you for hanging out with us. Definitely sorry for your loss. I'd like to take a moment of silence for Debbie's loss. Absolutely. So everyone, we're gonna jump into another spooky story. You got to, Debbie. You got to. You gotta mourn. You gotta mourn. You gotta mourn. You know what I mean? You gotta let that out. You can't hold on to that kind of pain. You gotta let it out. You gotta mourn. Can I be mod? So I'm choosing the next moderator at 2,000 subscribers. Once we hit 2,000 subscribers, another moderator will be selected. Can you read my Christmas horror story? Absolutely, Puddle of Cheese. I would just need to go to my email, and I think I might need to read something of Comedy Calculations as well. But in the meantime, we're going to generate another spooky story. If you guys are ready. You're not bringing the group down at all, Debbie? We're rocking and rolling. We showed you some love. We're going to keep it going. Ear hug. Got an ear hug for you. Lots of love. Yeah, I'll pull up my email in a second. But let's Let's generate a new story. Now I know Kiki said creaky steps. We're gonna use some of the stuff that didn't quite work. It's never easy, we know. All love. All love. Yeah, never be sorry, Debbie. You can't be sorry for something like that.
Outlaw all abortions, even here in Connecticut. CCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
So let me see if there's any words that I missed that we can use from earlier. So we're using creaky steps, movement and peripheral vision. What's up, what's up, what's up? Thank you. If you just tapped into the live stream, do not forget to double tap the screen to like the live stream. We are telling spooky stories. We're about to generate a new spooky story right now. I do not think we used shadow people, so we're using shadow people this time, creaky steps. By the way, I'm an artist. I'm a songwriter and entertainer. My mission in life is to help alleviate some of the pain, suffering, and boredom in the world through art and entertainment. So welcome to the live stream. Make yourself cozy in the chat. If you like the live stream, literally do so. Double tap the screen to like the live stream. If you love the vibes, please subscribe. So we're going to be talking about shadow people, movement and peripheral vision, creaky steps. Anything else I missed? Oh, we didn't get pickaxe. Let's get pickaxe in there. Pickaxe tax collector. We need the tax collector. I don't think the cheesecake worked out either. We might have to use cheesecake. I love using cheesecake. Glasses. Cheesecake. Under the door frame. Under the door frame. What up, Joe? We're making spooky stories, man. Dookie. We're using Dookie this time, Debbie. I remember Dookie didn't work out last time, but we got it. Spine tingling. I love that. What a sensation to feel. Spine tingling. What is the title again? It's going to make a title for us. Twisted. I like that. Twisted. I got one. Barbaric. How about that? Barbaric. Sigma. Shout out to all the Sigma males. Sigma. Oh, yeah, it reminds you of Mad Libs. Mm-hmm. Mirror image. Ooh. I like where your head's at, Carly. Mirror image. This is getting spooky. Speaking of ghosts, I went into a creepy-ass abandoned mansion yesterday to explore. Hey, DJ Jazzy Jason was happening. Where was that creepy abandoned mansion at, man? I don't know if I'm going to go check it out, but I at least want to know where it's at just in case. As we were saying earlier in the live stream, you got to be careful what you wish for. You got to be careful where you go. Because if you choose to go into a haunted place, you might not be coming back out alone. You know what I'm saying? Shadow. So we do have shadow people on this one, Debbie. But you know what? Let me put shadow too, because we can have the shadow of something else as well. Dookie shadow. I'm in Alabama. That hurt to watch the game. Ooh. You're an Alabama fan? Yeah, did you see anything creepy, DJ? DJ Jazzy Jason. And yeah, they're going to generate a title for us. Say, do hola amigos. We could throw that in there. Hola amigos. All right, and I'm writing down old lady. Old ladies, they could be scary, like witches. Ooh, I thought you picked them. Knife. Knife. See, that's low key what makes the spooky story kind of a little better too, though, because we're not using like obvious things that are scary, like blood or severed heads. So we got all these other things that kind of get amplified. Running, falling. How about a destination? How about a destination? Okay, gagging sounds good. Say bang. Quote of the day. A bird that relies on the branch it stands on must also trust its wings to fly if the branch breaks. Amen. I saw something like that before. Yeah. Bottom of the river. Where are you guys thinking for a location though? Wild Wild West for the destination? Okay, Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. So we'll put them in this story is going to take place in Arizona. We're going to put them in Arizona. Full moon. We just had a full moon lately too. All right, we're doing Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, Arizona, full moon. Just had a full moon recently, so I love the sound of that. Yeah, man, Tucson, Arizona, bro. Saloon. I've never been to Arizona at all. I've always wanted to go to Tucson, though. One of these days. I heard it's beautiful. I want to go to Scottsdale, too. I heard Scottsdale got it going on. All right, everybody, we're going to try this one out. Let's send it in. Oh, horse. Okay, last word. We're squeezing that one in. Horse. All right, I'm about to send it. All right, we're doing good, everybody. We're doing good. We're doing good. None of our stories are getting deleted. We figured this out. Think we cracked the code. This next story is called The Shadows of Tucson. Big shout out to Tucson, Arizona. Gotta go someday. Debbie rode horses in Arizona on the mountains. It was amazing. That sounds majestic. I love that. That's so cool. It's such a small little town and old-fashioned style in some parts. Still so cool. Big mountains. Yeah. Yeah, big mountains make for big memories. It's 90 degrees, but you drive up the mountain and you can have a snowball fight. You see, that's one of the wonders of the world right there. I've always been fascinated by stuff like that. So let's begin. The Shadows of Tucson. In the heart of Tucson, Arizona, under the light of a full moon, the old saloon stood silent, its creaky steps echoing through the night. It had seen better days, and whispers of the past clung to its weathered walls. The locals spoke of strange occurrences, of shadow people that flickered in the corners of one's vision. And one of the old ladies who ran the place, a twisted figure with glasses perched on her nose, and a penchant for cheesecake that nobody dared to try. One night, a traveler named Jake, drawn by the tales of the Wild Wild West, pushed open the heavy doors of the saloon. A sense of foreboding settled over him as he stepped inside. The smell of aged wood and dust filled his lungs. He noticed movement in his peripheral vision, a flicker that sent chills down his spine. Shaking it off, he approached the bar. The old lady stood there, her knife glinting under the low light as she sliced a piece of cheesecake. "Hola, amigos," she greeted, her voice a low rasp. Jake forced a smile, but something in her gaze made him uneasy. As he turned to scan the room, he caught a glimpse of a shadow darting across the wall, too fast to be human. His heart raced, the feeling of being watched settling heavy on his chest. Just then he heard a loud bang in the back of the saloon, followed by the unmistakable sound of a pickaxe striking the ground. Curiosity piqued. Jake moved toward the source of the noise, but as he approached the door frame, he felt a chill run down his spine. There, just beyond threshold, he caught a fleeting glimpse of shadowy figures, their movements erratic and barbaric. The sight sent him stumbling backward, gagging at the thought of what lay beyond. "Run!" a voice whispered, echoing in his mind. "Run!" It sounded like his own. "Run!" But before he could react, the old lady was behind him, her laughter piercing the tense ear. "You shouldn't have come here, Sigma." Her eyes gleaming with madness. "They don't like strangers." Jake bolted for the exit, the shadows swirling around him, coiling like smoke. He could hear them now, their whispers merging into a frantic cacophony. He burst through the doors, but the cool night air did little to calm his racing heart. Outside, the moon cast an eerie glow on the deserted streets, and he took off running, his feet pounding against the ground. Behind him, he could hear the clatter of hooves, the shadow people gaining on him. In the distance, he spotted the river, its surface glimmering like a silver mirror under the moonlight. He sprinted towards it, desperate for an escape. As he reached the water's edge, he lost his footing, falling into the cold depths. Gasping, he struggled against the current, fighting to keep his head above water. But the shadows were relentless. They swirled around him, pulling him in deeper, the last remnants of the saloon fading from view. In his final moments, he could see the old lady's twisted smile reflected in the water, as if she were watching him drown. As he sank to the bottom of the river, the last thing he heard was a chorus of laughter echoing in the night, the shadows reveling in their catch, another lost soul claimed by the darkness of Tucson. And scene. Yeah, the Shadows of Tucson. That was cool. Yep. The name of that story was The Shadows of Tucson. Sorry, I'm back in Kentucky. Out there in Kentucky, DJ Jesse Jason, let's go. Story time, baby. List of places I hate. 1. North Korea. 2. The Soviet Union. So is the Soviet Union a place or a thing? I think you're talking about Russia, ain't you? Then 3. Germany during World War II. Yeah, those are all been historically rough places to be. Rough stuff. Rough stuff. How'd you guys feel about the last story? The Shadows of Tucson. So we went from the haunting of Dudleytown to the shadows of Tucson. How y'all rocking with the story so far? Did you like either story better? Joe Man back like he never left. Hi, it's me, YouTube Kano. Remember me? Yes, I remember you, YouTube Kano. Your name is Jinya and send me now. Shouldn't have come here, Sigma. You peeped that too? Right back. What's the story called? Yeah, this one was called Shadows of Tucson. What's up, Nicola Gamer? What's happening? We're sharing spooky stories. It is Monster Mash Monday. It's Monster Mash Monday. Best one yet. Debbie liked it. Let's go. Your laugh scared my dog, LOL. I try to spice it up with some stuff like that. A little spooky laugh. That was great. Awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that one. I enjoyed reading it. Can you do one in a snowy cabin where ghosts of demonic wolves haunt the cold house? Okay, we're off to a good start. I like the way you're describing stuff. We absolutely can. We absolutely can. We're off to a good start with some words already. So we're going to use that. Let's see. Oh, of course. You're very welcome. I like that. Demonic wolves. Snowy cabin. Demonic wolves, snowy cabin, haunted. Haunted. Eclipse. Got the word eclipse in there. Anybody else got any words? Fireplace. I like fireplace. We got any more words, y'all? Let me check the poll. So, the tables have turned for the poll. More people actually believe in ghosts than not at this point in our poll today. And everyone, if whoever's watching, please feel free to share any experiences you have had with the paranormal. We've already heard some from Carly, Flesh Suit Man, JJLFC. DJ Jazzy Jason was just at a haunted mansion. Flying ghost CDs. Why is London the worst at chess? Why? It sounds like it's gonna be funny. Poltergeist. Scary Mansion. And you said that that mansion was in Kentucky? Did you say that mansion was in Kentucky, DJ Jazzy Jason? Thunder and Lightning. Got Thunder and Lightning. Closed. Blue Ghoulish. Light. Letter opener instead of knife, so ChatGPT is happy. So we did use the word knife in the last one, but we're gonna do letter opener here. So they're not tripping about knife. Um, it's more like descriptive language of blood, gore, and viscera. So the word blood, severed heads, they're not feeling. Blood, bloody, stuff like that. They don't really do. I just realized I don't think they used the word dookie. Debbie, I don't think they used the word dookie in that last one. Yeah, dookie didn't register. Mm-mm. Letter opener. Chicken head. Apparition. We're going to do chicken head. Yeah, Joe, feel free to share some spooky stories with us. Sleep paralysis is good. Sleep paralysis is a good one. All right, eerie. Yes, absolutely eerie. Yeah, Carly, I don't know what that last ad was, but this is a Amazon Music ad we're looking at right here. Now it's a Taco Bell one. Needles.
Why can't chicken be slow roasted? Why can't I have shredded purple
A
pepper?
cult.
Why can't
What about a destination for this one?
inside and out?
How about a destination? What are you guys thinking?
The new era.
So our first story was in Dudleytown. Our second one was in Tucson, Arizona.
Only at Taco Bell.
I'm a Ravens fan, so I'm a Ravens fan.
Republicans
Ravens or Buccaneers? I need the Ravens to win that, man.
abortion rights and the protection
Let's see,
of
Loud.
under Roe v. Wade.
I would not vote in favor of codifying Roe v. Wade.
If we send him to Washington, he'll join Donald Trump.
Now they talk about George Logan.
They want it out.
Let's skip that. They talk about George Logan, man. So we have a cult. We're going to do Red Room. Zombieland, Philly. All right. Zombieland. We're going to Philadelphia. All right, so which destination came first? All right, so Philly came in first, so we're going to Philadelphia on this one. Melting wax, I like that. Melting wax. Corrupted Christmas music. We'll take it. Deep breath. All right, and deep breath is going to be the last one we use for this story. And then if anything, frostbite too, just because it was a just because we talked about demonic wolves in a snowy cabin, we're going to do frostbite. And we're going to save some for the next one. This next story. This next story is called The Haunting at Frostbite Cabin. In the snowy outskirts of Philadelphia, an old cabin stood, isolated among towering pines, shrouded in tales of horror and despair. Locals called it Frostbite Cabin. Warning of the demonic wolves said to roam. Locals called it Frostbite Cabin. Warning of the demonic wolves said to roam the woods, howling in unison during the eerie midnight hours. Despite the warnings, a group of friends decided to spend a weekend there, drawn by the allure of a haunted adventure. As they arrived, dark clouds gathered above, thickening into an ominous shroud. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and the first flash of lightning illuminated the cabin's decaying facade. Inside, the atmosphere felt heavy, as if the very walls were saturated with fear. They lit the fireplace, its flames flickering as if dancing to an unearthly rhythm. The evening wore on, filled with laughter and stories until an abrupt chill swept through the cabin. The lights flickered, casting blue, ghoulish light that twisted their shadows against the walls. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the back room, startling them into silence. "What was that?" Sarah whispered, her voice trembling. Before anyone could respond, the door to the red room creaked open, revealing an apparition, a translucent figure with hollow eyes and a mouth frozen in a silent scream. The friends backed away in terror as the poltergeist let out a chilling wail, the sound mixing with the howling wind outside. "Maybe we should leave," Josh suggested, his voice strained. But the storm had intensified. Thunder clapped like angry fists, and the howling of demonic wolves rose to a fever pitch, drowning out their voices. The group scrambled to the door, but it slammed shut as if held by unseen hands. Panicking, they turned their attention back to the apparition, which now hovered near the fireplace, a letter opener glimmering in its ethereal grasp. It pointed towards them, and they felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Just then, a loud crack echoed through the cabin, and the lights flickered once more, revealing the cabin's other horrors. Melting wax figures lined the walls, their faces twisted in agony, remnants of an occult ritual gone wrong. The corrupted Christmas music played softly from somewhere deep within the cabin, its cheerful melody grotesquely contrasting the horror unfolding. The friends felt frostbite creeping up their limbs as they huddled together, desperate for warmth and safety. "Get it away! Get it away!" Sarah yelled, pointing to a figure in the corner. It was a chicken head, perched atop a gnarled branch, a remnant of some dark ceremony. Its beady eyes seemed to follow them, a mocking reminder of their plight. With a deep breath, they stilled themselves. "We need to confront it," Jake said, his voice steady despite the fear gripping his heart. As they approached the apparition, the wolves outside began to howl, their cries mingling with the echoes of the haunted cabin. With each step, the temperature dropped, and they could see their breath misting in front of them. Suddenly, the apparition lunged forward, and the letter opener flew from its grasp, spinning through the air like a deadly projectile. The friends ducked, their screams lost in the chaos. In a final act of desperation, Josh lunged for the letter opener, grasping it tightly in his hand. He held it up as if to ward off the evil closing in around him. The moment he did, the cabin shook violently and the wolves howling crescendoed to a deafening roar. In a blinding flashing of light, the cabin shattered like glass, sending the friends tumbling into darkness. When they finally opened their eyes, they found themselves back in Philadelphia, the haunted cabin nowhere in sight. The echoes of their screams faded, replaced by the sound of passing cars and the distant rumble of thunder. But deep within their hearts, they knew the terror was not truly over. They could still hear the wolves howling, a sinister reminder of the night they faced, the darkness at the Frostbite cabin. A darkness that would always linger, just beyond the veil of reality.
Feels so new.
I feel like Rod Sterling from the Twilight Zone reading these. I feel like Rod Sterling. Oh man, read some of this. Holy water for everyone. Yeah, back the Ravens, man. Back the Ravens. The Ravens got this, bro. Ain't no doubt about it. The Ravens got this. Begone, chicken head. Very poltergeisty. Story idea. Scientist accidentally injects cheese slice with neurotoxin and it becomes a monstrous puddle of cheese. It runs rampage through the town and absorbs people into its melted body. You got good ideas with these, man. One moment, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Or if you go somewhere and come right back, that'd be awesome. I'm just going to reply to a text message. Ooh. Nope. Still here, everybody. Not gonna lie, that's the lore behind my profile. It's all cheese. It's all about cheese. It's always been about cheese. It ain't easy being cheesy. You didn't lose me, you still got me. A lot of believers of ghosts in here. Puddle of cheese, that wouldn't happen because of the chemicals in cheese. Is MV live streaming right now? What's MV got going on? Too technical. No, not yet. Oh, he didn't go live yet? Oh, shoot. He's doing the later stream. I can't talk, though. The past 2 nights, I've done the latest streams yet. Just before midnight. Holy water for everyone. Oh, he's been going on at 9 p.m. Ah, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think he's on Xbox. Well, he was for a second. The past couple of days been weird. Oh, the burgers were so good, Carly. Those were the Wahlburgers, too. Big shout out to Mark Wahlberg and his family. Those were the Wahlburgers. Oh, they were good. And I seasoned them with a little bit of onion powder and some Cajun seasoning. I used Cajun seasoning and onion powder. Shoot, if I had hamburger buns, I'd make some more burgers tonight. But I think I'm gonna cook some salmon with some mashed potatoes and some broccoli. That sounds good too. All those burgers were good. Thank you. What about y'all? Did y'all eat dinner yet tonight? Or you still making it? What's dinner looking like tonight, everybody? I reckon I'm gonna do some salmon. Think I'm doing salmon tonight, y'all. Now you can do one about a man who gets trapped in an underwater air pocket while sauna diving. Oh, scuba diving. Let's see. I do love me some chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles. No, broke my toe, don't want to move. Got water, I'm good. When did you break your toe, Kiki? I don't blame you for not wanting to move. I'd stay put too if my toe was broken. I'd stay right where I'm at. Chicken and waffles. Burgers. Cheese. I'm just going back for any words that I didn't get. Raven. Holy water. Definitely a W title. We had a good title on that one. Cold fog. I think we wrote deep breath. Yep, we had. We did have deep breath on that. Clown. Xinjiang. China. Witching hour. Sleep paralysis. Everyone, do not forget to double tap that screen to like the live stream. Saturday night at work, register fell from the screws, kaboom, my toe. Oh no. Oh, that ain't no fun. Please get better soon. Please get better soon. That's nasty work by that register. I'm praying for you and your toe, Kiki. Things like that have happened in real life public cheese. Like that guy who ship sunk and he was trapped bottom of the ocean, an air pocket, and ship. Scary shit. Yeah, that's some scary shit. Canopy. Them burgers was banging. Heart pounding. Aura. Backpacks full of blood. Unfortunately, we can't use the word blood in these stories. I say TX. It's different. Thanks or Texas, the TX. When I see TX, I think of Texas. So we have a cold fog already. So I don't know if misty fog might work with cold fog in here. Shout out to Puddle of Cheese giving us words that aren't necessarily scary. Canopy. Awning. I mean, I put canopy. I don't know if we need canopy and awning. We're doing heart pounding. Absolutely, Carly. We need a pounding heart. What up, caretaker? Taking care of business, man. What's going on, everybody? We are conducting a new scary story. We're just gathering up some spooky words right now. What's up, Danielle? Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. Everyone, you already know the deal. Thank you very much. If you haven't done so already, please double tap the screen to like the live stream or look for the thumbs up icon. If you love the vibes, please subscribe. Mauling Beast. Delusional. Watch Mauling Beast be the one that makes ChatGPT just go, nope, nope. Nobody gets mauled. Backpacks full of red liquid. Have to be PG-ish, Joe. Should the backpack be full of skin? See, broom. Yep, I remember you, Danielle. Backpack's full of skin. All right, I'm gonna put backpack full of skin. I don't think it's gonna fly. I don't think they're gonna go for the backpack full of skin. That's where they might draw the line, Joe, but we'll give it a shot. If anything, I'm gonna just copy this sequence, and if it doesn't let us use it, I'm gonna paste it and just take out that part. Psycho. I want to choose between the words psycho and lunatic. Or should I just use both? I don't know. Because I feel like they're going to describe the same person.
Here at Southbound Creamery, we try to connect the community.
Alright, we're using both lunatic and psycho. Pig mask. Now it's getting scary. Pig mask is always scary. Oh, you out of here, Danielle? Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. Backpack full of boogers. Ooh, wee.
We have the ideas and the things that need to happen. We need somebody that'll partner with us and move with us.
Fangs.
Like we're committed to that.
Toadstool.
You gotta take airborne daily. Unlike some others, it has 7 nutrients to help fill those holes your immune system may have.
Holes.
Fangs and toadstools. Shrieks of terror. We definitely need some shrieks of terror in there.
7 immune supporting nutrients.
Bugs.
Complete support yet.
Chainsaws. We'll just put chainsaw. Alright, so we're going to do backpack full of limbs. Let's try that out. Hey, I know they're not going to do hanging corpses. I know they're not. So there's certain things we can't put in the chat GPT. They won't go for it. Dragging. I like dragging. I like that word, dragging. We're going to use dragging. And let me just copy this. Sack of ears. Box of eyeballs. Y'all naming it like you can get it from Party City. Sack of ears. Box of eyeballs. You guys are Halloween ready. Hot air balloon, Texas. All right, we're going to try this one out, and I'm going to come back for some of the extra words on the next one. See if we can use it. So hopefully backpack full of limbs doesn't throw off ChatGPT. All right, we're fine. Backpack of limbs didn't... Oh, yeah, don't forget the bag of tongues. Oh, never mind. Nope. Yeah, no, backpack full of limbs. That's where they draw the line, bro. Yeah, they got that right out of there. You know what? We're switching the location to Alaska, and the backpack is either going to be full of boogers. I think boogers is our best bet. All right, we're using backpack of boogers. Bin of noses. A bag of tongues. All right, let's try this. All right, everyone. Cup holder of eyebrow. Yeah, that's the thing, Joe. If they feel like it's like too explicit, they're not gonna use it. So like, I don't know if they like talking about those kind of feathers. You feel me? Write me a spooky story about three streamers who meet in real life and go on an adventure of their life with only one survivor. That does sound like a good story, though. Can't even lie. Everyone, our next story is called The Nightmare Diner. The Nightmare Diner. In the desolate reaches of Alaska, where the cold fog wrapped around the trees like a suffocating blanket, a diner stood alone at the edge of a darkened road. Known to locals as the Witching Hour Cafe, it was infamous for its bizarre menu featuring chicken and waffles, monstrous burgers piled high with cheese, and a side of nightmares. One fateful evening, a group of friends decided to visit the cafe, drawn by the tales of the strange occurrences that plagued the place. As they approached, a raven perched ominously on the sign, cawing a warning that went unheeded. They shrugged it off and stepped inside. The warmth of the diner, a stark contrast to the biting cold outside. The decor was unsettling. Clown paintings hung crookedly on the walls, their grinning faces twisted and menacing. An eerie silence filled the air, broken only by the occasional creak of the floorboards. They took a seat, and as they perused the menu, the lights flickered, casting shadows that danced across the room. As they ordered, the atmosphere shifted. It was close to midnight, and the witching hour approached. The fog outside thickened, and whispers seemed to seep through the walls. One friend, Alex, suddenly froze, trapped in a wave of sleep paralysis. He could only watch as shadows coiled around the diner, morphing into a chilling form, a mauling beast lurking just beyond the door. Guys, do you feel that? He managed to whisper, his heart pounding in his chest. But his friends were lost in their meals, blissfully unaware of the danger creeping in. Then, with a loud bang, the front door flew open. In walked a figure clad in a pig mask, dragging something heavy behind him. The sickening sound of metal scraping against the floor echoed throughout the diner, and the friends turned, eyes wide with terror. "Welcome to my kitchen," the lunatic cackled, revealing a set of fangs as sharp as knives. The air thickened with fear, and the smell of something rancid permeated the space. Alex snapped out of his paralysis just as the pig-masked figure approached their table, revealing a backpack full of boogers slung over one shoulder. The grotesque sight made them gag, and the figure leaned in closer, eyes glinting with madness. You think you're here for the burgers? You're the main course. Panic set in as the friends scrambled to their feet. The pig mask cycle lunged forward, but they darted past him, rushing toward the exit. The diner's door slammed shut, trapping them inside. The lights flickered wildly, and the clown paintings seemed to leer at them, their smiles growing wider. Outside, the shrieks of terror echoed through the night as the beast began to howl. The sound sent chills down their spines, and they realized they had to fight back. In a moment of desperation, Alex reached for the bottle of holy water he always carried, his last defense against the darkness. "Get away from us!" he shouted, flinging the holy water at the pig mask figure. It sizzled as it made contact, causing the lunatic to recoil in pain. For a moment, they thought they had a chance, but the chainsaw roared to life behind them, and the beast burst through the door, eyes gleaming with hunger. It lunged forward, fangs bared, and the friends scattered in every direction, hearts pounding, adrenaline coursing through their veins. As chaos erupted, they made a dash for the back exit. Toadstools grew around the entrance, glowing faintly in the dim light. They pushed through, scrambling into the cold fog outside, the howls of the mauling beast chasing them in the night. The diner faded behind them, its lights flickering like a dying star. But as they reached the road, Alex glanced back and saw the raven take flight, a harbinger of the nightmares that lurked just beyond their sight. The Witching Hour Cafe would continue to haunt those who dare enter, a twisted diner where the line between reality and delusion blurred, and where the horrors of the night would always come to life. Ooh. We are into some spooky shit. I'm gonna go play Angry Birds real quick. What's up, Argenis Paez? What's happening? Yep, see you later, comedy. My bad, I couldn't say bye while you were in here. I was reading. Can we maybe sometime make a collaboration? What kind of collaboration would you like to make? I'm gonna screenshot what Joe said because I like that idea for a spooky story. Talking about teeth. Aren't these stories awesome? Thank you, Carly. I thought so too. Everyone, do not forget to double tap the screen to like the live stream. If you love the vibes, please subscribe. Look for the thumbs up icon if you are not able to double tap your screen. If you are watching from a laptop or desktop, like this live stream. Helps us out with the algorithm.
So you'll have an emergency pizza.
Gets us out there, you know.
Pizza? There you go. Thank you. When you need it most.
Cup holders full of eyebrows. You should do a collab for a story. I could make up editor on a doc. I can't lie to you. Before I start writing stories, I need to write more songs, my man. That is a good idea, though, but I can't commit to that right now. The Google Doc. I already started a Google Doc of Mr. Vinyls. I like collabing with everybody, though. And then collabing with ChatGPT, see what happens. A sack of ears. A sack of ears. He's on Xbox. Kick him off. Is he on Xbox? What's up, boss? How you doing? Thank you for tapping into the live stream. And you're probably like, well, I would know, right? I should know best. Let me see. I saw him get on, but I don't see his profile on anymore. So I think he got on and got off. Yeah, he jumped back off. Yeah, it's been about half an hour. What do y'all think of? You guys think of one more story? Because after this story, I think I'm gonna start winding down, make a little bit of food. Thank you, Miss Chill Vibes. Everyone, absolutely like that. Hit that like button. Subscribe for amazing content. And thank you for being amazing people. Hanging out with little old me, coming up with spooky stories. I got it. Angry Birds horror story, please. Got to go. This G2G got to go. I'm turning into an old person. I don't know what anything means anymore. I think G2G means got to go. Angry Birds Halloween story, I beg you. Not the Angry Birds, man. Yeah, we could talk about Angry Birds. Kiki, if that means got to go, then we will see you next time, or see you later, or next time. But if it means good to go, yes. We are getting this next story ready. It's my fave game. I used to play Angry Birds too. Angry Birds is awesome. I got the words pigs, red, Chuck, bomb, bubbles, Hal, Stella, blues. It's funny you said Stella Blues. There's actually a place called Stella Blues in New Haven, Connecticut. It's a bar that has live music and stuff. So it's low-key funny you say that. I low-key, I'm thinking about making clam chowder for dinner. I have some chowder I got. Chowder sounds kind of good. There's some water there. Yeah. You mess with chowder too, Joe? All about my chowder, man. All about my chowder. Let's see. Clam chowder, Angry Birds, rustling leaves. I like that, Carly. Rustling leaves. Very author-like. You did right. We got Angry Birds in there. So rustling leaves, clam chowder. What other words do we have? Maybe bag of tongues? I don't know how ChatGPT is going to feel about a bag of tongues, but we're going to give that a shot. Teeth. Now, teeth, I like. You see teeth anywhere, you know you're in trouble. Zombie cones. Dragon, I think we grabbed a good amount of words from there. Scarecrow. We will use Scarecrow. Damaged building. Thank you for listening, Argenis. If you have any words you'd like to add for the spooky story, throw them in here. Damaged building. Purple heart. Slingshot. Isn't a purple heart what you earn in the military? It's the purple heart I'm thinking of. Thank you for your service. You said whistleblowers. Let me copy this just in case bag of tongues doesn't fly. We do gotta keep it kind of PG, PG-13-ish. This story is going to take place in Boston. This story is going to take place in Boston, Massachusetts. Oh. All right, let's run it up. Flickering lights. All right, everyone. This next story, and this will be our last story of the evening. This is called The Secrets of Maple Hollow. In the small town of Maple Hollow, a damaged building loomed on the outskirts, its windows shattered and vines crawling up the walls. It was once a diner known for its famous clam chowder, but now it was a shell of its former self, shrouded in shadows and whispers. One autumn evening, a group of friends dared each other to explore the diner. Drawn by the tales of its haunting past, as they approached, the leaves rustled ominously, and flickering lights from within seemed to beckon them closer. Inside, the air was thick dust and the smell of something rotting. The smell lingered throughout the entire building. They stepped cautiously over broken tiles, and just ahead, a tattered scarecrow stood guard in the corner, its stitched smile wide and unsettling. A purple heart dangled from its neck, swaying gently as if it had a heartbeat of its own. "Look at this," shouted Jake, pointing to a bag lying near the old counter. Curious, they gathered around as he opened it, revealing a gruesome collection of tongues, all preserved and glistening. The friends recoiled in horror, their laughter fading into uneasy silence. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed from the back, and the flickering lights grew dimmer. "We should go," whispered Mia, her voice trembling. But as they turned to leave, a figure emerged from the shadows. A local whistleblower, known for his erratic behavior after exposing the diner's dark secrets. "Don't you see?" he yelled, eyes with madness. "It's not just a diner, it's a trap." He pointed at the scarecrow, which began to shudder. Its jagged teeth emerged, hungry for something more than just attention. The friends scrambled for the exit, but the door slammed shut. Panic surged as the scarecrow's arms extended, reaching for them like gnarled branches. "Use the slingshot," Jake shouted, remembering the toy they had brought along. In a frantic rush, they loaded it with debris and aimed for the scarecrow. With a loud thwack, the makeshift projectile struck its chest, causing it to sway violently. The lights flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced around the room. The scarecrow let out a growl, its teeth glistening in the dim light. In that moment of chaos, the whistleblower lunged at the scarecrow, as if trying to save them. "You have to run," he screamed. But as he reached out, the scarecrow grabbed him, pulling him into its twisted embrace. The friends seized their chance and hurled themselves against the door, which finally burst open. They tumbled outside, gasping for air as they sprinted away from the diner, the echoes of the whistleblower's final cries fading behind him. As they fled, the rustling leaves whispered a warning, a reminder of the horrors that lay within the diner, a place where tongues were silenced and secrets were buried deep, forever haunting the town of Maple Hollow. The pink on your shirt looked like a bow in your hair for a quick second. I did a double look. Yeah, no, that's the lettering on my shirt. Scary. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that one. Definitely glad you guys enjoyed that one. Everyone, if you did not take the opportunity to do so yet, please double tap the screen to like the live stream. Show us some love. Subscribe if you love the vibes. What we're going to do now is we're going to wind down. I'm a little hungry. Feel like making myself some food. I'm going to either do salmon, mashed potatoes, and broccoli, or I'm going to heat up that chowder, and I have some oyster crackers that will go perfectly with it. I'd like to thank everybody for tapping in today. This was definitely our 51st day streaming celebration. We celebrated with some cool streams. How about you stream it? Stream the cooking? I was thinking about it. It sounds like one of my roomies is in the kitchen right now though, so I don't think we're gonna stream while I cook in the kitchen today. Although I'd like to. I low-key want to get this thing up to 20 likes. We're 2 likes away from 20. We are literally just 2 likes away from 20. It makes me want to grind for the 2 more likes. It really does. Kind of want to grind it out. Have a blessed night, Puddle of G's. The Voyage. Hell yeah, y'all. The Voyage, the Voyage, the Voyage. Okay, how many days have I been here? Click on my name. Will it show you that? Oh, channel activity. Let me see. Uh, I mean, low key, you kind of could see a rough amount of how many days. I think it's showing me all the live streams. I'm counting right now, Debbie. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Debbie, this is your 24th day. Shout out to Debbie. This is your 24th day tapping in. Yeah, it showed me everything we've ever talked about. It flies by when you're having fun. Everybody, if you're tapped in, we are sharing spooky stories. I low-key want to do one more. I think I should do one more spooky story. I'm thinking one more spooky story until we get off. We're at 19 likes. Let's go. Let's go. So this last story should get us to 20 likes. Let's see what happens. I feel it's wrong. Just in time. What's up, Dan? Dan the Beast in the building. Just in time. We're about to do our final spooky story. We're about to do one more before we call it a night for day 51. The last one was pretty good. We talked about clam chowder, Boston, Massachusetts, whistle blowing. Yeah, 24. No, definitely. Thank you for teaching me that, Debbie. I wasn't even aware of that. That's really cool. I had to count all the live streams. It didn't give me a number. I had to count them. What's up, Verail? VX Rail. What's happening? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? We're going to do one more spooky story before we wrap it up for the live stream tonight. I'm not sure if there's any more leftover words, so we need all new words. I used all the good words besides screeching hinges. Screeching hinges might be all right. Man, it's been a long week. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Screeching hinges. Hope you finally get to relax a little bit, man. Hey, I'm back, but I'm going to have to go to bed in a minute. Nothing wrong with that, Caden. Before you go to bed, would you like to give us a word for our spooky story, Caden? We're doing one more spooky story. And everyone, if you had not taken the opportunity to do so yet, please double tap the screen to like the live stream or look for the thumbs up icon to have the same effect. Like the live stream, show us some love, helps us out with the algorithm. All right, Caden. Yeah, if you can give us a word, like the live stream if you haven't done so already. Awesome. We hit our 20 like mark. We earned it. My first day home in 5 days. I knew you were MIA. I knew you were MIA then. Screeching hinges, slime, spooky. Okay, we can do spooky. Let's do the word spooky. Spooky. What about a destination? Where we're at in the world? Where we at? Where we going? I'm gonna write the word voyage in here. Voyage. Grudge. Nothing scarier than a good grudge. Got the word grudge in there. Creepy. Stench. That's a good one. Stench. Creepy. What else we got? Crust. Nasty. Good words. We got some good words. Slippery. Slippery. Rotten. got the word muck too. I like that word. Muck. Decomposing. Vengeance. Yes, we're going out with a vengeance.
Get a free turkey or ham when you spend the qualifying.
Get a free turkey or ham.
Only at ShopRite.
This ad skipped Halloween, went right to Thanksgiving. Y'all hear that? Talking turkeys and hams.
Free birthday parties on Saturday and Sunday. That's my me time.
Speaking of holidays, I just purchased a ticket to go see my mom and stepdad for Christmas. I just purchased that today, so I'm really excited. Come December, I'm gonna go hang out with them. Farting. Unsanitary.
Incoming dishes. Dawn Power Wash flies through 99% of grease in half the time.
Unsanitary. Zombie.
With my UC, symptoms like bowel urgency have always.
Yeah, my bad, puddle of cheese. What am I call it? We ended up hanging out because we're trying to go for the.
What if I can't? What will they?
We're trying to go for 20 likes. We ended up hitting 20 likes. So I'm gonna do one more spooky story. Oozing.
Means less baggage.
Rapid symptom relief.
Yeah, I mean Marvanos, he's
Lasting remission.
I think he's just gonna start going live now or soon or whatever.
Don't use if you're allergic to Omvo. Serious
I'm gonna call. I don't know if I'm gonna see my lady or not tonight. And
may cause liver problems. Tell your doctor if
it's not time to play Xbox yet anyway, so. Oh, some family time, lovely. Yeah. Ghost. Oh, and my folks live in Georgia.
I can get used to this.
Ask your doctor about Omvo.
My folks live in Georgia. I'm over here in Connecticut. Warlock. You're my favorite YouTuber. I'm so happy to be your favorite YouTuber. That makes me it makes me so happy. I can't even describe how happy that makes me. I do my best, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, Kaden the King. And we got more, way more content on the way too. Different types. Just building up momentum, going through the changes. It's been a lot of change this year. Broken, bow and arrow. Autumn. Warmonger. And what about a destination? What are you guys thinking for a destination? You're just doing a bunch of W words. You might butter and cheese sound like you opened the dictionary. Warlock, wardrobe, warden, warmonger. On the W's. Warmonger. And what about a place? What about a destination? Shout out to 21 likes on the live stream. 22 votes on the poll. Castle. All right. So we're gonna let it be a castle in Glasgow. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is it Glasgow? No, Glasgow, Scotland, right? So we're going to Scotland with this one. It's going to be a Scottish castle. Glasgow. I love your videos and you're my favorite YouTuber. Yo, love, man. All right, you want it to be an English castle, Debbie? We could do an English castle instead of Glasgow, Scotland. Instead of Glasgow, we're going to do England. Should we do that? Instead of Glasgow, Scotland, we'll do England. Yes. Appreciate you though, Kaden. Thank you. Y'all know what it does to me. It hypes me up, man. Cathedral. Have a good night. Yep, get some good rest, Kaden. We'll talk to you next time. Well, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, huh? All right, everybody, we're going to prepare to generate this next story. Let me just reply to a text really quickly. Everyone, bear with me. Don't go anywhere. See you, Kaden. I appreciate that, man. To be honest, you're also my favorite YouTuber, bro. No joke. I've only seen a few good streamers on this app, and you're one of them, bro. I appreciate the support and appreciation you show to viewers, and your content is consistent and exciting. I appreciate you. Definitely the most consistent thing we got going on here is the live streams. But well, you know, the shorts too. I do try to keep the shorts coming. But thank you. That means the world to me, man. That means the world to me. I'm so glad I started my daily live stream journey. I'm glad I ever started a YouTube channel at all with this cool content up there. And sometimes it blows my mind just to really see that, you know, you're the author of your own book. You can have your way with reality. Things that are in your head can turn into things you hold in your hand. You can make thoughts tangible. So, the beauty of it all, really. Thank you. Thank you for being here. That's what the voyage is all about. We're embarking on this victorious voyage together. You know what I'm saying? I love having you guys here. Lots of love. Lots of love. For real. Thank you, guys. That makes me happy. All right. So let's pull up our next spooky story. And this one is called The Curse of Hollow Manor. The Curse of Hollow Manor. In the heart of autumn, as leaves turned to gold and crimson, a group of friends embarked on a spooky voyage to Hollow Manor, an ancient castle nestled deep in England in the countryside. Legends whispered of a warlock who once resided there, holding a grudge against anyone who dared to disturb his eternal rest. As they approached the manor, the air was thick with a stench that curled their noses. Muck and decomposing leaves mixed with something far more sinister. The massive doors creaked on their own, rusty hinges revealing a dimly lit foyer covered in a layer of slippery slime. Ugh, this place is nasty, Jake said, wrinkling his nose. It's unsanitary. Inside, the atmosphere was suffocating, shadows flickering across the walls, and the friends hesitated, but curiosity pushed them further into the castle. As they wandered through the dusty corridors, they stumbled upon a crumbling cathedral-like room filled with broken furniture and remnants of a time-long past. In the center stood a ghostly figure draped in tattered robes, its eyes glowing with vengeance. It raised a hand, and a bow and arrow appeared, seemingly crafted from the very shadows around them. "You've disturbed my slumber," it hissed, its voice echoing like a fading whisper. With a sudden lurch, the ground beneath them began to shake. From the corners of the room, zombies emerged, oozing slime and rotten flesh. Their movements slow, yet deliberate. The friends screamed and turned to flee, but the ghost laughed. The sound chilling the air. As they dashed through the hallways, the zombies followed, the stench of decay overwhelming them. They ducked into a side room, panting and desperate. "What do we do?" Mia gasped, her heart racing. Suddenly, they noticed an old tapestry on the wall depicting the warlock's face twisted in rage. Beneath it was a dusty altar, the remnants of ancient rituals scattered about. "We need to break the curse," Jake suggested, his eyes scanning the room. They gathered the few remaining items: a rusty dagger, remnants of a spell book, and a vial of what looked like glowing slime. "This must be part of the ritual," Mia whispered, remembering the tales of the warlock's final vengeance. As they completed the ritual, a blinding light filled the room. The ghost reappeared, anger replaced by a haunting sadness. "You have shown bravery," it said, voice softening. "The grudge will be lifted if you promise to remember my story." With a final flash, the ghosts and zombies vanished, leaving only the scent of autumn leaves in their wake. The friends stumbled out of the castle, hearts pounding, feeling the weight of what they had just escaped. As they left Hollow Manor behind, they vowed to never forget the haunting tale of the warlock and the horrors they had faced. A reminder that some places are forever marked by vengeance and the echoes of the past.
So Energy North started in 1981, and in 2015, Energy North acquired...
And that was the curse of Hollow Manor. You're freaking me out. That's how we know we did a good job, huh, Deb? That's how we know we did the damn thing, if you freaked out. That wasn't a bad story at all. Another great story. Thank you, Carly. Bravo. Hey, have a good night, Puddle of Cheese. Get some sleep, huh? I know we're all about to do the same thing soon. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody, we are officially... We're almost through October. We're almost through October. It's the 21st, the 22nd for some of us. The countdown to Halloween is louder and closer than we ever anticipated. And I'm ready. I'm ready for Halloween. Big shout out to the Sigma males out there. Big shout out to the Alpha males and the Sigma males. Nighty night, thanks for your chat. The pleasure was all mine. You're very welcome, Debbie. It was nice to see everyone. Jinya and Sinmi. Casey Hayner. Oh, goodness. Thank you guys for tapping in, but we are wrapping up right now. Please do double tap the screen to like the live stream. Subscribe if you love the vibes. I think you guys are already subscribed. But you can listen to the spooky stories that we read tonight by watching this live stream over. I'm wrapping up right now. And I want to wish everyone a very good night. I want to thank you for being here with me tonight. My 51st day live streaming in a row on YouTube. Tap into the Discord so we can share some exclusive spooky stuff. And we need to pick out another spooky movie to watch, don't we? If you guys have Netflix, I want you to check out Platform 2. I don't know if you've ever seen the first Platform movie, but there is a Platform 2 that you could check out. And I like that a lot. It was pretty cool. But yes, yes, yes. Peace, love, and prosperity, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you for rocking and rolling with me tonight. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. All right.